It's a sad day here because I have just finished watching the last of the Columbia Noir box set 1 movies. This one was the lineup and is a particularly bleak movie directed by Siegel, who does a wonderful job here, starring Eli Wallach, and he is basically an assassin, a hitman. Now, before we're introduced to his character, this movie just throws us straight in to this story. We see a man going for a taxi. Someone jumps out, steals his bag, throws it in the taxi as it tears off. Taxi driver gets in some trouble. There's some shots fired. He kills a cop and then dies himself. And it's the mystery of why did this taxi driver do what he was doing? Why did the porter steal this man's luggage and throw it in there? And why did this cop have to die? And we're introduced to 2 tenacious cops who are going to figure out this mystery and solve the day, hopefully. And you feel as if you're going to get a police procedural. You feel as if you're going to follow these guys as they have the bit between their teeth and are searching down what went wrong here. And it pretty soon becomes a drug smuggling movie because we figure out that people are being duped into bringing drugs into the country. They don't know anything about it, and by doing so they're not really taking part in this operation. And when they get to the States, they then have this piece of antiques or bric-a-brac or something taken off them because it houses drugs, and that is how it's done. And we're introduced to a couple of characters, one being Dancer, played by Eli Wallach, and he is an assassin, a vicious assassin, and he's been tasked with tracking down 3 people and getting the drugs that they unwittingly have brought into the country. And it's really dark and violent and vicious as we follow this character Dancer as he kills haphazardly to get these ill-gotten gains back. And we have 3 stops or 3 people to do pickups off, and we see these go horribly violent as people are just easily disposed of in order to get their drugs to sell on. And you spend a little bit of time with Dancer in the car with 2 other characters, a driver and his kind of boss or mentor, and it's horrifying. It's horrifying characters because there's no emotion there. There's no right or wrong. It's just the means to an end, and there's no remorse whatsoever. They're true psychopathic characters, and watching these 3 just interact is really fun because they have the mentor guy has a kind of playful banter with Dancer as he wants to know what somebody's last words were, so he can add it to his book of epitaphs. And I think it's just a horrible pleasure to have this book of people's final words, and the real pressure comes from watching these people meet up for the drugs knowing that death is imminent for them, and particularly with the 3rd pickup because it's a daughter and a mother, and to see these 2 guys kind of turn on the charm, be a little bit playful and coy to try and get these 2 people back to their hotel room to get the drugs and ultimately unleash hell. And because we've already seen them murder several people, you feel a real weight behind these characters, and a certain sense of doom that could be coming their way really soon. I found the movie to be really tense, really, really dark in the way it played out. We're following our 2 main characters who are horribly violent without remorse, and our 2 police officers who you seem to be as if they're going to be the main characters almost become into a secondary place as we're stuck with the unflinching bad guys forced to watch their malevolent behaviour. It's really good. It's really wonderfully performed as well. All the actors do particularly well. I think Wallach is just brilliant in this main role, offering a real sense of menace, and I think probably my favourite part of his performance is when he turns on that charm, when he becomes so friendly. There's a moment just later on in the movie where he's waiting on the boss of all of this operation to pick up the drugs, and he just starts interacting with this kid, innocently, just helping her out, showing her how to do something. And it's that kind of ability to be friendly, be cordial, help somebody out, but knowing deep down that instantly you quite easily snap that girl's neck and feel nothing about it. It's that creation of a horrible character that really drive this one forward. There's car chases, there's exciting scenes, there is tension and atmosphere by the bucket loads in this one, and it's another knockout movie within this set. I absolutely adored the lineup. I thought it was a wonderful film. And we've finished this box set with 6 tremendous movies that I can hands up say is one of the best box sets this year. Highly recommended. I'd love to know your thoughts on the lineup. Let me know in the comment box below, and I'll see you next time on Man v Film.